Yes, you read it correctly. Eminem is a role model in his own way. He's just not the traditional type. And despite him stating himself he's not a role model, in his ironic song called Role Model, he's not giving himself enough credit though. There are two types of role models, and in this video I'll explain how a sailor-mouthed offensive rapper can ever be a role model. According to Google.com, the definition of a role model is a person who is looked by others as an example to be imitated. And these are two types of role models. The ones that have good morals, try not to swear, respect everyone, family friendly. A good example would be a priest or Ashton Kutcher or someone like that. And then there's the role models that you can look up to because you relate to them and what they've been through in their lives. And that's what I want to explain in detail. First off, Eminem survived two suicide attempts. One in 1996 before he became a success in hip-hop, one in 2007, but thankfully he got back on his feet, along with getting his success back in his music. You might be thinking that someone unstable like that probably wouldn't be a role model, but I see it as this. People that have gone through similar problems before can look up to him and relate. People that look up to him for what he's been through and what he did to get out of the situation and not what he did to get in it. It's very inspirational seeing him bounce back on his feet and be inspired to be even more successful in his music right after he was suicidal both times. The first time there was a deal with Interscope Records he got that led to the signing with Dr. Dre, and it was right after his first overdose on Tylenol. So, props, man. After the second overdose attempt in 2007, he bounced back a few years later in his life, along with his career with the album Recovery. I thought the album was named as it should have been, and Eminem had lots of success again, running on his troubles that he faced in his life, as he did before the first time he overdosed, before he signed with Dr. Dre. Later down in his career, when he didn't necessarily need to press people's buttons as much to get or remain famous anymore, since he was famous at this point and didn't need as much publicity. Because of that, he has made a lot of songs not only you can relate to, but he makes it feel like he's speaking directly to his fans. You're so familiarized with what having to swallow this pill is like. It happens all the time. They take your heart and steal your life, and so you feel you've died because you've been killed inside, but yet you're still alive, which means you will survive. Although today you may weep because you're weakened, and everything's so bleak and hopeless, the light that you're seeking, it begins to seep in. That's the only thing keeping you from leaping off the mother freaking deep end, and I'm pulling for you to push through this feeling. Another great example, if you're still not convinced, is in the song called Legacy, where he's literally trying to relate to a kid. I used to be the type of kid that would always think the sky is falling. Why am I so differently wired? Am I a Martian? What kind of twisted experiment am I involved in? Because I don't belong in this world. That's why I'm scoffing at authority, defying often, flying off at the handle at my mom, no dad, so I'm non-compliant at home. At school, I'm just shy and awkward. These are things a kid would complain about, with school, home issues, and trying to fit in with other kids but can't. All his life, he was that kid that never was given a chance, moving from different schools, helping his mom with the rent because she had some trouble working, and moved every 2 to 3 months. And that's why he's the way he is. Who's best to get encouragement from than a millionaire rapper that survived so much in his life? Even into his adulthood, no one took him seriously for being a white rapper until Interscope and Dr. Dre. For my third point, he hasn't just inspired kids emotionally, he has inspired them musically. He started the white rapper trend as well. A lot of white rappers came onto the scene after him, like MGK, Macklemore, G-Eazy. He made it popular. Vanilla Ice did it first, but didn't do it as well. He hasn't just influenced kids in music in general. He's influenced a lot of mainstream rappers like Tyler the Creator, Chance the Rapper, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. I can keep going. If a role model is a person who is looked up to by others as an example to be copied, then this is the best example I can give you. How he's influenced the rap game You know how many rappers have tried to be the next Eminem? Me. Type any Eminem song with a remix at the end of it. You know how many results will show up? I hope this has opened your mind to the possibility why Eminem can be a role model and be controversial at the same time. In my personal opinion, I think Eminem is a perfect example of a role model. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure whoever you want to convince that Eminem is a role model, if you agree with me, show him this video. I would really appreciate that, along with Eminem. All the information I had in this video that I stated is down below in the links in the description. And I'll see you when you watch me again, metaphorically.